And we are back. It's your boy Big Bird. Y'all know what it is. Welcome to App Stupid. Let's get after it. But before we do, let's get into a rap break. Somebody give me a beat. What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. And we pushing a new rap album this month. T.I. Kill the King in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Let 'Em Know. Oh man, Let 'Em Know is serious. Where I'm From with Anderson .Paak. Mr. Him. Oh my God, that one is crazy. Dope Boys Academy with 2 Chainz, T-Pain, and Jeezy. Trauma Bond is my jam, though. Trauma Bond, man, that is my jam. With the Marching Crimson Pipers, it's crazy. Yo, T.I. Kill the King in stores now. Yeah. Shout out to T.I. doing this thing. We thought the project was hot. Make sure you go ahead and copy Kill the King. Also, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It's your boy Big Vern. I'm working hard for you in the morning. Ain't nobody giving y'all 15 shows of original content every week without fail, baby. Come on, man. They hate me because they ain't me, baby. I'm that man. Gonna walk across the street to the world of college basketball. Kentucky, they got a great commit. They landed the Iowa State forward, Milan Momcilovic. Now, that's a solid get. And don't get me wrong, I got nothing bad to say about that guy. Anytime you play for TJ Oberholzer, you have to be on your game. Again, like I tell people, just because you may not watch the Big 12 basketball conference, it is a very, very competitive conference. It has a lot of legit teams, and it becomes somewhat of a murderer's row when you get past the Kansases, the Arizonas, the Houstons. I mean, yeah, this is why we do this. However, is it enough to satisfy the lunatics in Lexington from calling for Mark Pope's job? I have no clue. The man has done nothing but win since he stepped on that university. And yeah, anyway, let's just keep rolling. It's a solid get for me. Yeah, I like it. You know, Mark Pope, he needs to add more depth. I think having this guy's resume is there because Momcilovic, he's been one of the best shooters in college basketball last season. He averaged nearly 17 points per game while shooting 49% from behind three-point line. Damn. That dude is shooting like that from downtown? My goodness. 7.5 attempts per game. Shit, he's shooting at 21 points just in 3-pointers. Are you serious? His effective field goal percentage was over 67%. Damn, that's even 15 feet in from the basket. That's mid-post, low post, middies. Golly. He ranked 3rd among power conference players in a category that was dominated by big men who typically shoot closer to the basket. Again, I got no problem with any of this. That is a solid get. Now, there are other targets that the Wildcats are looking at seriously, like Caleb Holt, and that's the prospect. Nationally, this dude is ranked number 2, extremely athletic two-way guard. Kentucky is a fierce competitor for his services. The only person out there on the board looking for him other than Kentucky is Alabama. And I think he can get that guy over Nate Oates. I'm just going to be honest with you. Nate Oates is really trying to build a basketball program in Alabama. It's not a bad look. However, Kentucky's just a blue blood. There's too much in Lexington and Wildcat Lodge for that guy to walk away from. And that's me being honest with you. Now, could they win out on him? They could. And they need to go ahead and lock that up. Some of the guys on the board, it just didn't seem like it's going to be feasible, like Tyron Stokes out of Cali. He's considered the belle of the ball, the number one overall player in his class. He's powerful, he's skilled, he can play positions from 1 through 5. I mean, this kid can do it all. I don't think Kentucky gets him. I don't. I mean, when you got other blue bloods in the mix like Duke, North Carolina, the Bruins, just to name a few, they won't get him. They won't get him, especially when John Shire has signed this deal with Amazon Prime. He made Duke more attractive for someone coming away from the West Coast. Number one, you're going to the NBA. Cats with this kind of resume, with all of this pageantry behind them, they're going to the league. And you can do that at Duke and Carolina. I don't know if you can do the same thing for Mick Cronin in UCLA. I damn sure don't think you can do the same thing for Mark Pope in Kentucky. So yeah, I'm gonna check that one off. Now, George Smith Jr., the point guard out of Maryland, a 5-star point guard with excellent size and touch around the rim. Kentucky is considered a strong contender, along with Maryland, Kansas, and Tennessee. Kentucky can't afford to lose that guy. Kentucky can't afford to lose that guy. Now, in Bill Self's system in the Big 12, I'm not sitting here looking at that like that's going to be okay. Depending on this kid's situation, you don't want to play at home because you might get into the same troubles. You want to go somewhere and concentrate solely on basketball. I give Kentucky the nod over Tennessee. Rick Barnes likes to play a lot of defense. And if you're not really defensive sound, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. So Mozzie Mosley, Kentucky can't afford to lose that dude. J.J. Andrews from Alabama. He's physical. He's a defensive-minded wing. Kentucky is competing for his services along with UConn, Auburn, and Bama. I say and Hurley loves defensive guys, defensive bigs. He loves them, and he can get them into the pros. UConn might be a problem for the Wildcats in getting this guy locked up. Now, if they're not able to lock this kid up and he walks to UConn, I can see that. I don't see a reason why he would go to Auburn. Nobody is interested in playing for Stephen Pearl, a.k.a. the DEI hire of Auburn. His dad gave him a job. This dude has never coached anywhere. Why would you go there and be mentored and coached by somebody who's never done this? You've probably coached more on your AAU team than playing for Stephen Pearl, of all people. Give me a break. But yeah, J.J. Andrews is a guy that Pope, he really needs. There are a lot of solid kids in great gets. I have no problem with the wish list and the commit so far. And now it's not the pageantry of Calipari. It's not the pageantry of Calipari because it's a different type of recruiting. Pope, he's casting a wide net, but he's also heavily emphasized high school basketball in the Southeast and the Midwest, in states like Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee. It's a sound strategy that has development-based prospects to it. But the DNA around it, it may not work because House v. NCAA has changed a lot of the way things are done. The way that Mark Pope is building this thing, back then, before House v. NCAA, this would have been a dynasty. However, now that 10% of the conference is fluid every year, guys are walking in and out of programs. And that's not good for the SEC, which has become increasingly hard as a basketball conference. However, his strategy is there. Indiana is a rich basketball state. I mean, outside of softball, basketball is it. Kentucky in the Louisville area, even in Eastern Kentucky, they ball out of control. Tennessee's got some hoopers. All along Clarksville, Tennessee, you've got Nashville, Chattanooga, they get crazy in Chattanooga. Memphis got a lot of ballers. I mean, you've got your pick of the litter, but you also have to go into the portal and get 2 or 3 kids to fill in the gaps. Maybe more than that. But, When you had Calipari Circus, you got rappers, you got NBA greats, you got everybody piling into Lexington. But what did you win? Bars. What the hell did you win? There's no way you can tell me you had DeMarcus Cousins and all of these guys, and you only got one chip to show for it in 8 years. And you consistently had the number one ranked recruiting class in the country. You continuously put kids in the pros. And all you had to show for it was one chip. Again, this kind of recruiting could land Kentucky back in the field of 32s. They could get them to the Sweet 16s, the Elite Eights, and the Final Fours. But I think the fan base is not that patient. I don't think the fan base is willing to grant him that opportunity to try. However, if you're a Kentucky fan, you know the drill. Yeah, it's your boy Big Vern. Y'all know the drill. Get in the comments whether you agree or disagree. Let me know what's going down. It's your boy Big Vern. We'll be back.